traditionally we make the tamales inside in a pot with a steamer basket inside, but this year, since the weather's really beautiful, we're doing it outside in a turkey fryer. So I don't know if you can see the level of the water in there, if you can see it moving a little bit. It's about down here. So
to the second hole.
Yeah, to the second hole of the steamer basket. So we got the steamer basket, and what we decided to do, it's a little ingenious. We got a small pot. So Tia, go ahead, put it in there, and we're just gonna put it down there. Yes, we're gonna keep an eye on it, so don't tweet me later about it. And then we put the part where the turkey sits on. We're gonna put that on top of the pot. So this will allow to give some steam for the tamales. Of course, we're gonna line this with the husk. That's how we do it, to give it flavor. And then there's the lid, because you're gonna need that tight lid with a little bit of that breathing hole. So this is actually gonna work out nicely. But again, if you try this at home, please use extreme caution. This is not 100% safe because we're cooking outside with a propane tank, and it's an experiment. Okay, bye. This is the pork shoulder, and it comes in a big chunk when you buy it at the butcher. Just have the butcher cut it in half or in fours, or you could do it yourself at home. We put it in a big pot with water and some seasonings, just salt, garlic, onion, and we make sure that we keep a certain level of fluid in there. So if you see, it's pretty much level to the meat. Smells so yummy. So these big chunks of pork, we're gonna have to shred that, so that way we don't shred it completely. We like to leave a little bit of chunks here and there, so that way when you bite into it, you bite into like a little chunk of meat, and it's pretty good like that. So, and over here we have a bowl of chile for the, sometimes some people like it a little extra spicy, so we put a little extra chili in it. And then they're also for the cheese ones, which are really good. So we'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so when you get your bag of hojas, you gotta wash them because they have hairs and sometimes they have a little dirt in them. So you gotta make sure that they're clean. So that's what my aunt is doing right now. She's washing the hojas and separating them, and then you wanna soak them also in hot warm water. Hot preferably, but don't burn your hands. You're going to soak them for a little bit just so that they get soft. About, I don't know, how much, like an hour? Yeah, about an hour. And after they soak, you got to dry them up a little bit, but not too dry, so that they stay nice and pliable. Okay, so we're here at the pot, and now my aunt she's going to line it. The purpose for lining it is so that the tamales don't slip into the water, and also the hojas give a flavor. It just kind of permeates through the pot, and it's a good way to do it. You just line it. That's how we've done it in my family for years and years. So
I'll buy extra bag for this.
Yeah, so you usually buy an extra bag just for this, and you give it a nice bed. So that's what she did. My aunt bought a bunch of masa, and she's putting it in the big punch bowl. How many pounds of masa is that?
30 pounds.
30 pounds of masa. Oh yeah, that's gonna make a lot of tamales.
Yeah, we're thinking over 100.
Probably, yeah, definitely over 100. You could either buy it prepared or unprepared. And prepared means basically that it has the salt, the lard, and the baking powder in there, mixed in there. Or you could buy it unprepared with minus all that stuff. It's just the pure masa. But it's prepared, but we're gonna add just a little extra because that's what it gives it a little bit more flavor. Sometimes they do it, but you need just a little bit more. So you gotta sprinkle and taste as you go. That's just the best way to do it. I remember my grandma would taste the masa. We would freak out because we thought, oh my gosh, she's gonna get sick with the lard, but she wouldn't. So we've just decided to do the same now that we do it ourselves. So there goes remember the juice in the chile? There it is. You add a little bit, mix it in really well,
So not too much because it'll get too watery.
Yeah, you got to be very careful to keep the consistency of the masa. You want it to be pasty. You don't want it to be kind of like peanut butter a little bit. You don't want it watery because then you're going to have a mess. You know.
Color to it.
And you want a nice color to your tamales, so you don't want the bland white color. This is why we do this. Okay, this is a huge difference. So this is the original. It's nice and white, and this is the better version. It has color, it has flavor, and it's been kneaded quite a bit of times. So this is actually ready to start using. What my aunt is doing right now, she's actually taking off the seeds that are in there, because otherwise when it's cooked, it's really spicy. And if you... Okay, so my aunt is breaking up the meat, and we're about to start filling the tamales. Okay, we're ready to start spreading the masa on the hoja, and this is the back side. This is actually, it has ridges. So you hear that? Those are the ridges. Yeah. And the other side is smooth. See that? Okay. You want to put the masa on the smooth side of the hoja. Okay, so the masa, you don't spread it all the way to the top or to the bottom, but you do want to get it to the outer edges. So that's what she's doing right here. So you lay it in one hand and you spread it with the back of a spoon. You can use an offset spatula, a butter knife, something with a flat bottom. We use a spoon in our family. It's just how we do it in our family. Okay, so there's the masa and the meat. Remember, don't spread it to the very edge on the ends, but you do spread it on this side. So take your chile, fold over the sides and the end, and pinch the top. Put it in your pot. Put it in your pot, standing up, and you just keep doing it over and over until you're done filling the pot. Okay, we have a little assembly line going now. So my mom is helping to spread the masa. My cousin's helping to spread the masa. And the littlest cousin is helping to spread masa. So there's her tamal. Yes, we start them young in our family.
Put your meat in there.
And then we just put the meat and put them in the pot. So we have... Okay, so after you've done like a dozen or so, you get to be pretty good at spreading and filling, and so we've already done a couple of dozen. Here we go.
Somehow this is not as good. I don't know why.
Well, that was my mom on the background, the one she's working on. The one my aunt's doing, perfect. See what I mean? 2 dozen, everybody. And then you become a pro. So, Mama, how are you doing?
I don't know what I did wrong.
Okay. Okay, my mom has been working on spreading, so she just started putting in the filling. She's trying to shut me up. I better stop, otherwise she's going to throw a chancla at me or something. Okay, so we're done filling the pot with the tamales. I'm going to show you here. There they are. They're all stacked up. The ones on the top are laying down, but they really shouldn't. They should be standing up, but that's okay. We have some hojas. Another bed of hojas. This one's a little thinner than the one that we have on the bottom. And we have a towel. You know what? Be very careful if you're going to use a towel. Make sure that it's moist or damp. Not soaking wet, but just really damp. So we got the... I wet the towel. It does have to be moist. The whole point is to keep moisture in the pot. It's very important. That's what cooks the tamales. The tamales have been cooking for about an hour now, and there's steam coming out of the pot. I just wanted to show that. The steam coming out. I don't know if you can hear it. You hear that? We might have to check the water level. So it sounds like I can hear the water in there boiling, but I think we need to check it just to make sure that there's enough water. Okay, so the tamales are ready, and I'm gonna open it up so you can see what it looks like inside. A little hard to do with one hand. But there it is. You want to have see how it looks. You want to have that little kind of like a spongy texture, but I don't know if you can see that, but that's how it is. There's the meat. Okay, I'm gonna taste it. Let's see. Very good. So I hope yours comes out just as well. If you try them out, let me know, okay? Yeah, they're pretty good.